Hello everyone. I hope you all are fine. Today we'll study about clothes, chapter 3 of grade 4. In ancient times there were no clothes. So long ago man he lived in jungles and caves and they didn't wear any clothes like we do. So, how do they used to cover their body? They covered their body using animal skin, leaves, and bark of trees. Gradually, as the time passed, men he learned to weave clothes. He learned the different type of fibers. They learned to weave clothes using natural fibers. Food, house, and clothes. These are our basic needs. Basic needs means without them, we can't even think about our life, right? So, we wear different type of clothes to protect our body. Now, why do we wear clothes? Why? First, to cover our body, right? They cover our body and make us look smart. We wear different type of clothes, we wear different type of clothes even on the basis of different seasons, right? They protect the clothes, they protect us from sun's heat. We wear light colored cotton clothes in the summer seasons to keep ourselves cool. And during winters, see, in winters we feel chilled, right? And we need something, we need the type of clothes with which we can wear bit warmth. So during winters, we wear the clothes which can protect us from the cold and keep our body warm. So, clothes they protect us from cold and keep us warm. We wear dark color woolen clothes in winters. And during rainy season, to protect ourselves from the rain, what do? We use umbrellas, we use raincoat, and we use gum boots to protect ourselves from getting wet when it rains. Now, why do we wear clothes? You know, protect uh, the clothes they protect us from insect bite also. How do they protect us? Because as you can see in the picture, body is completely covered with the clothes, and if body is not covered with the clothes, then insects they can easily bite. During night, when we go to bed, at that time we should wear full sleeve clothes so that it can protect us from insect bites. And we should cover our feet with shoes or with some another footwears to protect our feet. Now we wear different clothes at different occasions at different times, right? For example, when you're going to school, so at that time you wear uniform, right? And when you are at home, then you wear casual clothes in which you feel very comfortable, you can easily play. And we wear uniform in the school. In the same way, even when you are at home, the clothes that we wear at home, those are also different on the basis of the occasion. For example, the clothes that we wear for a party and at home, they are not same. In parties we wear bit fancy type clothes, right? And we wear night dress when we go to bed. Even we wear different clothes when we have special, we wear, you can say, special clothes, on festivals. For example, on Christmas, you can look into the picture. On Pongal, it is different, and Eid, this these clothes are different on the basis of their culture tradition. People in some professions they wear uniform to work. Now you can see into the picture, for example, policemen. From by looking at their uniform, we can easily identify them that which profession do they belong to, right? For example, this is of doctor, lawyer, and then we have pilot. right? People who are living in different regions, different areas, they also wear different type of clothes. The kind of dresses that they wear, it depend upon the climatic conditions of that particular region, and along with the climatic conditions, it depend upon their culture, their traditions, right? Now, clothes are made of thin, long threads. What we call them? We call them fibers. There are two types of fibers on the basis of their source. First one is natural fibers, second one is man made fibers. Now, the fibers which we obtain from plants and animals, those are known as natural fibers, right? See, plants and animals, both of these are kind of natural sources. So the fibers which we obtain from plants and animals, those are kind of natural fibers. Now, in plant fibers we have cotton, jute, linen. All these three fibers we obtain from plants. For example, cotton we obtain from cotton plants. Now you can see these flowers. This is cotton plant, right? And these one flowers you can see. We get cotton from this. This is cotton. Okay. We can easily separate the cotton from the stem, and then we can use it further. Then we obtain the jute from the jute plants, from the stems of the jute plant. Okay. And then linen is obtained from flax plants. Now, animal fibers. Wool and silk, both of these are kind of animal fibers. Why do we call them animal fibers? Because we obtain these two from the animal animals. For example, wool. Wool we can obtain from animals like sheep, goat. We can easily remove. Now you can see in the picture, the person, he is removing the fleece from the sheep body, and then after removing the fleece you can see he is collecting it over there, right? Then this fleece, it is cleaned. After cleaning, it is changed into the into yarns, and with the help of machines or manually, and then after knitting we can obtain the fabric, woolen fabric, right? After this, second thing is silk. Now in this picture you can see different types of silk threads, silk fibers. Silk we obtain from cocoon of silkworm. Now, what is silkworm? Silkworm is a kind of natural kind of worm, kind of insect, which from which we can obtain it easily. We can obtain the silk. Now you can see these cocoons. This cocoon is only the silk fiber. When we will keep, now you can see in the picture, it is kind of hard, and when these are dipped into the hot water, then it will get soft, and then we can obtain the silk fiber. Fibers that do not occur naturally, means which are not found in the nature, which are made by man, those are known as synthetic fibers or man-made fibers. Now, for example, nylon, polyester, rayon. Now you can look into the picture. This is nylon. This is picture of polyester fiber, and this is picture of rayon fiber. These all are kind of synthetic fibers. These are made from chemicals. These are made by human being. And we have one more example, for example, lycra. These synthetic fibers, these are long lasting. They are more durable as compared to plant or animal fibers or the natural fibers, because these are made up of chemical, and their structure is in such a way that they are stretchable, they are strong, durable, they are waterproof also. These are wrinkle free. Okay, now We should take care of our clothes. How to take care of clothes? We should take good care of our clothes. We should store our clothes properly. We should wash our clothes with good soap to remove the dirt, stains, sweat from the clothes. And after washing, clothes should be dried properly in the sun. Once these are dry, then we should iron the clothes, and after ironing, clothes should be stored properly into our cupboards or almirahs. Woolen and silk clothes, they should be dry cleaned or washed carefully. Woolen and silk clothes, they should be stored properly with the help of, we can keep mothballs or naphthalene balls. Now you can see into the picture also, and we used to keep white color small bowls with our clothes. Those are known as mothballs or naphthalene bowls. Function of these bowls, in with this we can use dry neem leaves also. Function of these mothballs and dry neem leaves, it is simply to save our clothes from the insects. There are few insects like moth and this. Now you can look into the picture. Silverfish. They can harm our clothes. So to protect our clothes from these type of insects, we should keep mothballs into the clothes, and we should take a very good care of the clothes to make them last longer. Thank you, everyone.